Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight we're going to be reading more of Megamorphs #1, The Andalite's Gift by Kay Applegate. Now, before I begin, everyone who's a Game of Thrones fan, we only have one more episode to suffer through, so yeah, it's like expectations are really lowered, so maybe the finale will surprise me by realizing the show can still disappoint me. Oh my god. But anyways, let's go into happier things. And tonight's chapter will be from the point of view of Marco. the the character that people who know me say that I'm actually like. I seem to be like the love child between Marco, Axe, and Tobias, I swear. So let's get on this chapter, eh? Canadian now. I didn't see anything, alright? Tobias said angrily. No Bear, no Rachel, no Axe. How many more times do you want to ask me? I didn't see them. He was in the rafters of Cassie's barn. We sat on bales of hay or paced back and forth, glaring and angry and, worst of all, afraid. Jake, Cassie, me, and Tobias. 4 of the 6 who should have been there. All right, calm down, Tobias, Jake said. No one is blaming you. No one is blaming anyone. We just need to get a grip on this. Axe was supposed to hook up with us in the forest. I said. He never did. If he couldn't meet us, he'd know we'd worry. He'd know he should morph into his human form and come tell us he's okay. So he's not okay, Jake said. Axe is not okay, and Rachel is not okay. I agreed. I think we know why. That thing. I turned to Cassie. What did Chapman call it? A Veleek, a morph hunter. That's why Rachel and Axe have both disappeared, I said. It almost got me and Axe at Darlene's. It almost got us again this afternoon. Cassie looked at me, her expression troubled. Why almost? What do you mean? Why didn't it get you? Cassie asked. She was frowning. At Darlene's house, it had you cold. Today, you say you outran it, but actually, it stopped chasing you, right? It went tearing off to the cabin where we think Axe and Rachel were. Why? Why stop chasing you two and go after them? I don't know! I yelled. I was as frustrated and scared as anyone. I wasn't in the mood for puzzles. Ask Tobias. He's the predator here. He should know. I meant it to be mean. I felt bad about it as soon as I said it. But Tobias didn't lash back at me. Instead, he said, movement. What's that supposed to mean? Jake asked. Marco said it. I'm a predator. When I hunt, I look for movement. I chase what moves. Same as a cat. If the prey stays still, it's hard to see. If I listen and I don't hear movement, it's the same thing. The hawk's brain is wired to pay attention to the sight or sound of movements. That's it! Cassie yelled. I jerked about 2 feet in the air. Cassie is not a person who yells. That's it! God, it's been bugging me ever since the first attack. How did the Veleek know who we were? How did it decide Marco and Axe were prey? Marco, what were you doing just as the beast attacked? I shrugged. I was morphing back. Yes! Cassie said. Coincidence? The beast just happens to attack while you are morphing? And today, when you guys were attacked in the woods, we were morphing. Jake said. We were morphing into wolves. Both attacks at the very time you were morphing. Cassie said. The very time. Interesting coincidence. We all just pretty much didn't say anything for a few seconds after that. I was trying to think through what this would mean. As long as I didn't morph, I was safe. As safe as a mouse who stays frozen. Rachel doesn't know this, I said quietly. If she's even alive. Why did the Veleek drop us and take off for the cabin in the woods? Jake asked. Then he answered his own question. Because we were done morphing, so we weren't as interesting to it. It sensed some other creature actively morphing. 2 mice in a field. Maybe I'm chasing one and he's running. But then he freezes. No movement. And at that moment, I catch a glimpse of another mouse running. Or at least the hawk, goes after the second mouse. The hawk brain thinks they're the same mouse. What's important is the movement. And for this morph hunter, what counts is the morphing. That's what it locks onto. Jake said. So why didn't it come after me when I morphed at the mall? Cassie wondered. Because it can't be two places at once. I said, there must be limits on how far it can spread. It was too far away. We're safe as long as we never morph again, I pointed out. You mean as long as we don't fight the Yerks, we're safe? Jake said. Is that what you think we should do, Marco? They all looked at me. I shrugged. Rachel isn't here to cast her vote, so on her behalf, I'll say what she would say. What we need to do is find a way to kick this Veleek's butt. Cassie smiled. And what would the real Marco say to that? He'd probably make some stupid but very funny remark, I admitted. Then he would start thinking about how to do just that. Kick this big windbag's dusty butt. And that's the end of that chapter. And butt. What? Kick that dusty butt. Oh god. There's so many ways I could do that line. I should probably been more enthused. Yeah. I at this point in the series, Tobias has grown used to being a hawk and hunting as a hawk and taking on sort of a hawk identity. Well, still, Tobias is still conflicted. And so I think when Marco is asking Tobias, you know, as a mean spirited jest at him this chapter, you know, Tobias responds about being a predator and Tobias's insights into a predator's mind help the group, figure out what's going on. So all the little puzzle pieces are in place where each side now knows the same thing. And my main ship in Animal, well, my main ship with Rachel in the Animorph series is Rachel Tobias, Rachius, I think it's called. I also adore me some Rachel Marco. And this chapter, there's a nice little, I think, a little nod to it. It's not canon, so I don't know why I'm saying a little nod to non-canon ship, but Marco definitely shows he cares about her by sort of just saying very quietly, "Oh shit, she's in deep shit." Like, oh, you're so cute. It seems like whenever I get into a series or anything, I always tend to have a million and one ships. It's like I started to get into Game of Thrones, but the longer I watched and learned about the show, the more ships I have. And at this point, yeah, there's like, yeah. So, anyways, what did you guys think about this chapter? Do you do you sort of think that Marco likes Rachel, or am I insane? I'm probably insane because I see ships everywhere. So, yeah. And what do you think about Tobias? Just um, using his hawk insight to help the group. What do you think about that? And please remember, no major spoilers. I'm hoping against hope that people are brought into the series via my videos. So, everyone who's finished the series knows there are big twists and turns. So please keep the comments free of major spoilers on the YouTubes. Now, if you're on the YouTubes, link in the description to my Tumblr Ask Box. This link is there for those of you who want to talk spoilers with me, like your favorite Animorphs fan theory, or do you want to ask my opinion on something that happens later on in the series. I'd love to discuss everything with you. Animorphs is life itself. Yeah. But anyways, and if you're suddenly now getting drawn into the Animorphs fandom by my videos, hello! Welcome, new Phantomorph. Now, this fandom does not have cookies, I am sorry. But what we do have are cinnamon buns. And you know what cinnamon buns are? Humanity's greatest creation, so yay! And if you want something more than cinnamon buns, if you're on the YouTube's link in the description, if you're on my bloggity blog, link down below, and both links will take you to where you can buy your very own copy of Megamorphs #1, The Andalite's Gift by K.A. Applegate. And if you buy the book via those links, you besides helping to support the creators, you're also helping to support me, and not just my dramatic readings, but everything else I do for my blog. So, you know, you get something out of it, and more content from me. So, I don't know. That just started me mentally giggling, and then the giggle didn't come out of my mouth. So then you probably got some very awkward silence there. So that's fun. Wonder why I stay alone a bunch of the time. But anyways, if you're watching on the YouTubes, please give this video a like. If you just want to hug Tobias and reassure him, because he's struggling. He has the mind of a teenager, but the body of a hawk. That needs hugs from time to time. Or hey, just like this video if you want to give every single Animorph a hug. Because they all need hugs for different reasons, and it's only going to get worse as the series goes on. And if, and if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to this YouTube channel because I will be reading every Animorphs book. So if you don't want to miss any Animorphs content by me, subscribe. And if you're watching on my blog and watching on the desktop version of my blog, please choose the follow by email option. If you do that, you will never again miss a blog post by me. I just don't do these lovely Jash reads, but I also do longer posts about a variety of topics. And my next long post is it took like a week or two just to finish the outline. And oh gods. And yeah, and I'm taking a small little break before I get back into writing again. I'll probably take a few breaks. So it's a big one, and hopefully it will interest you. Hopefully. And the next episode of Jash Reads will be on Friday, where we will continue to read Megamorphs #1, The Andalite's Gift by K. Applegate. And now is the very small, I guess, sort of after show jiggy where I just slowly work on a graphic. And as I sort of have somewhere else to go tomorrow, definitely going to be on the shorter side. Okay, making sure this is still live. Okay, live. I'm sorry. This annoys me probably more than annoys you. Yeah, I have issues. And I haven't been diagnosed, but I'm going to be going to, I think, a psychiatrist soon enough, so I might be diagnosed with something else. And then I can say, yes, I actually do have this. But anyways, this picture is going to eventually show the quote in Game of Thrones Season 8 where Tyrion tells Jaime, oh, you've always known what Cersei is, but you loved her anyways. And I'm going to use that same basic quote to do a Jorah Dany picture. And last Sunday night, with the episode The Bells, she went total crazy. So it's, let me just say something. I love the destination of Mad Queen, but yeah, the character arc they chose was just really, you're going to do that. But yeah, it's just, I think one person said, "Oh, I'm giving up the ship of Jordan." I was like, "Don't just read fan fiction, ignore canon." It's like if you're in a fan fiction, canon can't hurt you. Okay. Let me see if I already have it saved here. I think I do. Yeah, I love these when I have I have this saved somewhere. I just fucking can't remember shit. Okay. And because of how this is set up, you notice these blocks in the end seem to definitely indicate yeah, it's definitely a side. Okay. We want this to sort of fade in the background a little bit because we're going to have another Dany picture in front. Okay, I like the burning in the flames thing there. Definitely good. Okay, we've gone over this before with me. I totally was saying, oh, I'll remember what the blending mode I wanted, and then the next moment's like, what blending mode? I've never done this before. I've never been here in my life. And as you know, I like to go, oh, that is a really fucking cool effect, because Danny's there all like, yo, I'm a bad bitch, and he's getting burned. Okay, so I think Leiden is also a good one. It's like, sometimes I do put symbolism into things where I sort of, know that no one's really going to be paying attention, and yeah, it's like, it's some little Easter egg that sometimes I'll forget. Oh, I love the color burn. It's like I'm making a little grocery list. Yeah, I'll take some of this and some of that and some of that. So yeah, I do like that, just because this has a little burning feel all around, sort of blending into, the burning in the background, but being different at the same time, and I fucking love it. Okay, I think wow, subtract. Okay, yeah. This is what it's going to be. Flood in the mood. Yeah, I do like that. I do like that. Yay! I found something I liked. Okay, be funky. Ta-da! Yes, I do want to replace this. Project saved. And there we have tonight's efforts. We have Jorah and Danny. And next time we're going to look for a nice, good picture of Daenerys. Maybe take one from the latest episode where she does go crazy. And I love the destination of Mad Queen, but damn, and there was set up for Daenerys to go mad, in seasons past. It's just that her, like, the setup's one thing, but then time the thing that sets her off, the thing that makes her go from doing a balancing act between madness and sanity, and then crossing the line into insanity. Yeah, it's like, that needed to be done better. It's like, okay, you got a good destination, but why did she turn mad? What set her off? And it's like, all that I can figure out is that John didn't fuck her, and just like, huh, I mean, damn. I'm gonna say that for one of my Game of Thrones videos. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, if you want to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I do Game of Thrones stuff. Yeah. Okay, anyways, next episode Jash reads will be on Friday, and we will continue reading Megamorphs #1, The Andalite's Gift. So, woot!